Part 2. Here we go. Hello everyone, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Aileen, and here we like to talk about all things makeup, mostly luxury makeup, skincare, and fashion. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I hope you consider subscribing and joining the family. So today, as promised, is part 2 of the Tom Ford foundations. Which one's the right one for you? So if you're not familiar, I did already do a video with the Traceless Matte liquid as well as the Traceless Matte stick, and I did a long wear test, and I will link the video down below in the description box. And today we're going to do the Shade and Illuminate liquid versus the Shade and Illuminate cushion. Do the same, do a wear test, and see which one I like best. And the last video will be the 2 of my favorites, which the first video, you'll see I was shocked. We'll do that one with whichever wins this battle, and then I will rank all 4. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then keep on watching. But before we go, like we always say, comment, like, and make sure to subscribe. Let's get to it. I'm so excited, you guys, because the first one really shocked me. So this is the Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation Broad Spectrum SPF 50. I did purchase this at the CCO. They did have 60% off. This usually retails for $150, and it is in the shade Ivory Beige 5.6. So this is the shade here. And if I sheer it out, you see the radiance it has in it. It just gives a very beautiful, healthy glow. And then next is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate cushion. And this one is in the shade 6.5 Sable. For some reason, when I swatched the 5.6 and the cushion, it just seemed too light. So I feel like the shade range is very forgiving if you know more or less where you're going to be. So this is the Shade and Illuminate cushion. So you can see, I feel like the liquid has more of a radiance, but I feel like the cushion has more coverage. And that's just based on swatching. So let's give it a shot and see what we think. So I do already have my brows. I'll have everything that I already have on down in the description box. And just like last time, just so it's even Steven here, I did use the Farsali Skin Tune Blur. And I probably have enough of this for just enough for the next video with the Tom Ford foundations, but I am loving it. It does blur the skin and the pores, and just it still leaves like the healthy glow, which is mine is natural because I'm so oily. But I'm not going to spot conceal because I really want you to see what coverage these are giving, as well as how they perform. And as they fade, I don't want any additional coverage. I want you to be able to see that. So I'm going to start with the Shade and Illuminate liquid on this side, and I'm going to pump it into one pump into the back of my hand, and I'm just going to swirl that and then just dab it on. I really have been enjoying both of these, which I was shocked because it's radiant and I'm oily. So I'm going to use the tried and true BK Beauty 201. This, I either use this or I use a sponge. Every now and then I'll use a different brush. but 9 times out of 10, it will be this brush. And if I use another brush, then one's probably dirty, which is rarely the case because I try to wash them after every use. Well, not like hand wash them in the sink, but I try to at least use the Cinema Secrets. So there is one coat of that. It's not bad. I'm gonna see with what's left if I can just dab that in the areas where I would spot conceal and just see what coverage that gives. And with this brush, you're not gonna get streaks. You don't have to worry about going back in with a sponge to tap out any streaking or anything like that. You really don't have to worry about it. So there you go. That's really nice. The shade's fairly decent. I feel like my natural skin's a little warmer than this one, but it gives a good, even, beautiful canvas that, you know, we're gonna bronze up. I'm just saying. The bronzer will definitely fix it and bring the warmth back. So next on this side, let's go ahead and try the cushion. So this is a current blemish and the rest is hyperpigmentation. And because we use the brush on this side, I did clean the brush off, and I'm going to use the brush by dabbing in the cushion and just going from there. But I am dabbing softly, so let me see if I could get a little more. There you go. I feel like that's a better shade, the darker shade. Look how I covered the blemish. That's not bad because that is, like I said, an active blemish and super, super red right now. I did do a mask, and when I was rubbing it off, it kind of just popped on me, and I was like, uh-oh. So I've been steering clear from it. But I'm just gonna pat that in. And then we can do, even though it's 2 different shades, like once I blend it out, I don't feel you can see a huge difference in the shades. And make sure to go into your hairline. So you can definitely see the radiance in both. So like we did on this side, I'm gonna dab in here with my finger and just dab the areas that I would spot conceal. And then dab that in and pat it in. No swiping, because I want swiper, no swiping. If you're a parent, you understand. But we're just gonna pat that in and not swipe and move the product around. And then I'm just gonna blend whatever's left down into my neck. just to ensure I won't have that foundation line. Okay, so here you are. This is the side with the cushion. And this is the side with the Shade and Illuminate. I will say it does appear as though this side is more dewy. Just a tinge. However, this side did provide more coverage. Interesting. So let me put on some concealer and I'll be right back. Okay, concealer is on. I did apply the Tom Ford concealer. I did set the under eye with my Becca under eye setting powder. So because I would typically use the Chantecaille blur powder or the Dior powder, no powder. However, that does have pigment to it. So I'm just going to use my Nakia Joy Cosmetics translucent setting powder. And I just dip the brush in there, swirl in the top just to get it in the brush. And then I'm going to set it. I need to set it because I really do. I'm so oily. It will, I swear, and it's hot. It'll end up in my lap in 30 minutes. I'll be like, oh, there went the wear test. So I really want to wear it the way I would typically wear it any other day, and then just see how it wears. And this is the La Mer powder brush. Absolutely love it. It's synthetic, but it's amazing. It's soft, big and fluffy. Look how big that is. Yeah, I will be applying the rest of my makeup, and then I'll do a natural light check-in outside, and then I will check in throughout the day. See you guys in a little bit. Okay, so here we are in natural light. I'm just in the shade for a moment so I can tell you which side is which, but this is the cushion and this is the liquid. So I will step into the light. I have to close my eyes because the sun's in my face. So this is the cushion and this is the liquid. It's looking good. I did do all of my makeup minus my eyes because I'm going to film an eye look. I went light on the bronzer. I only did 3. But I will have everything in the description box. See you guys in a little bit. Hi, you guys. Okay, so I'm back with a check-in. It is currently 7 p.m. I don't know if I told you what time I put it on, but it was 2:30, so it's 7. So we're 4.5 hours in. And I have some thoughts because I did a check on my little visor in the car, and you know, those are the true checks. So I will say the dewiness on the cushion side is just a tinge more than the dewiness on the liquid side. However, right here in the smile lines and the nose, the cushion side looks better. So let me see if I can zoom this in. So I don't want to touch it because I want to keep up with the wear test. But right here in this smile line, it has like kind of just emphasize that line a bit. And right here and the crevice of the nose, it has built up a little bit. Not built up, like cracked. Just a smidge. The forehead looks flawless. And all this area looks really good as well. My mouth area, I have eaten and stuff. I don't have any issues around the mouth area. I will say the cushion side does have a tiny bit of settling right there, just a tiny, not as much as the liquid side, and the same in that little nose crevice, but not as much as the liquid side. As far as coverage, I feel I haven't lost any coverage on either side, so that is not bad. I will say my nose is oily, but I'm not going to touch up. So I'm not going to touch up or blot this. I'm going to leave it. So as far as what I've been doing, I filmed this eye look. I went out in 93, feels like 97-degree weather, ran some errands, picked up some dinner, had dinner, hung out with the kids. So my oldest daughter came to spend the weekend, so we hung out outside. I was sitting in the garage while the hubby enjoyed a cigar, and the kids rode their hoverboard and hung out, but doesn't matter if you're in the shade, it's still hot. So that's what I've taken my skin through today. Again, it's 7 p.m. I will do one more check-in a little later, but that is what it's looking like so far. So again, this is the cushion and this is the liquid. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so we're back. It is 10:30 p.m. So this is exactly an 8-hour wear time. I don't remember how long the first video was for, but this is 8 hours. I don't feel that much will change after this besides oils seeping through, and I'm ready to take my makeup off and just do skincare and relax. So again, this is the Shade and Illuminate liquid side. And this is the Shade and Illuminate cushion. So you can see the oils seeping through. You definitely see that. My forehead is oily. My nose is oily. This side, I feel like they're both equally as oily, honestly. Yeah, I'm looking at the viewfinder, seeing how the light reflects off my oils. Like, you just see them everywhere. I will say, in the last check-in, there was more dryness and like emphasizing here on the smile line. However, I think with time, it looks better. I don't know if my oils came through and kind of just blended that together. I don't know, but I haven't touched up, obviously, because if I did, I would not be this oily. I'm just saying. It is wearing nicely. The coverage is still there on both. I will say I did scratch because this little thing started itching, so I scratched. So I can't even say anything in regards to that coverage because that was my fault. But all over here where the hyperpigmentation is, the coverage is still there. On the side of the nose, I will say the cushion side looks better. The nose is really oily. I must have like touched my nose or something. My nose did water and I did dab. I grabbed a tissue and I dabbed. So under my nose, the foundation is gone. And like on the bottom of my nostrils. But everywhere else on the nose, it's fine. I'm pretty sure that was from dabbing. It does look good. They both look good. I would just say, as far as emphasizing my pores, oiliness, the way it looks right now, I would probably go with the cushion just because of the smile line and that little crevice in the nose. It doesn't look cakey. Like, it looks like it's separated a little bit, but not cakey and gunky. Where here, whatever separated, like, accumulated, if that makes sense. So I want to just, this is damp from like 2:30 this afternoon because I thought I was going to use this. I didn't, but I did end up using it for my concealer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dab and see how they touch up. So when I'm home and I have the ability to touch up, this is what I use. So there's the forehead touched up. That does not look bad. Touched up, I will say it looks like right here I lost a little coverage. So this is the liquid side. So I'm just gonna dab everywhere else and just see how that touches up. I don't mind a little bit of glow. Okay, so here they are touched up. They both touched up nicely. I only lost a tinge of coverage right here, which I'm not upset about because the shade is a really good shade match. You can't really tell. And then my forehead is a non-problematic area. All of this still looks great. The coverage still looks great. It also lifted right here. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's the liquid side. On the cushion side, it didn't lift anywhere. It didn't lift anywhere at all when I touched up. So my verdict, shockingly, I'm gonna have to go with the Tom Ford cushion. I am shocked. Like, both of these videos have just completely shocked me. So in the next video, I will try these two and then I will rank all four. That's gonna be hard. But thank you all so much for coming, and until next time, don't forget, we're all perfectly imperfect. Bye.